Imagine waking up to the gentle sound of wind chimes drifting through an open window, the morning light spilling softly over tatami mats. Outside, a small garden comes alive with the quiet rustle of bamboo leaves. In Japan, for many people over 60, this is not just a picture of peace. It's the rhythm of a life shaped by harmony, purpose, and a deep connection to the body and spirit. And hidden within this daily rhythm lies an exercise so simple, yet so powerful, that specialists now call it better than walking. If you're over 60, you might have heard the constant message that walking is the key to staying fit, strong, and independent. And yes, walking is wonderful. But the Japanese have quietly discovered that it's not enough. Walking only moves your legs, but this special movement, rooted in centuries of mindful tradition, awakens every muscle, rebalances the spine, strengthens the core, and renews the body's inner energy. It's not a marathon, not a gym workout. It's an art form of motion and breath, something anyone can do anywhere, without pain or strain. When we think of aging gracefully, Japan stands as a living example. Across the islands, seniors in their 70s, 80s, even 90s move with surprising ease. You'll see them tending their gardens, climbing stairs, or riding bicycles through narrow streets. Their secret isn't in expensive supplements or high-tech gyms, it's in small, consistent habits. And the heart of those habits begins with one movement, the Shizen Taiso, or natural body exercise. It's a blend of gentle squats, breathing and controlled posture alignment. Specialists who have studied Japanese centenarians say this practice is one of the keys to their longevity, balance and calmness. But let's pause for a moment and reflect. How often do we truly move with awareness? As we age, we tend to slow down, not because our bodies demand it, but because we begin to fear movement. We fear falling, we fear pain, we fear the unknown limitations that aging might bring. Yet in Japan, movement is never feared. It's celebrated as a dialogue with life itself. Every step, every stretch, every slow bend forward is an act of self-respect. So what makes this one exercise better than walking? It's because it doesn't just strengthen the legs. It strengthens your connection to yourself. The Japanese call this hara, the center of power that lies just below the navel. Specialists explain that when older adults train this area, through slow squats and deep breathing, it activates stabilizing muscles that walking often misses. This activation not only improves balance, but also prevents falls, boosts circulation, and reduces joint pain. It's as if the body remembers how to stand tall again. Let's imagine this exercise together. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Relax your shoulders, breathe deeply through your nose, and feel your abdomen expand like a calm wave. As you exhale, slowly bend your knees as if you were about to sit, keeping your spine straight and your gaze forward. Go only as far as your comfort allows, then return to standing. That's it, simple, right? But here's the magic. When repeated with focus and rhythm, this single move reawakens forgotten muscles, strengthens your hips and knees, and builds a solid foundation for stability. Japanese specialists recommend performing this movement slowly, almost meditatively. It's not about how many repetitions you do, it's about how connected you feel while doing it. This form of mindful exercise has been proven to increase longevity markers, improve blood flow to the brain, and enhance mobility more effectively than traditional walking programs. It teaches the body to move as one harmonious unit rather than a set of separate parts. Now think about the rhythm of your own day. How often do you pause to breathe deeply? How often do you move without rushing? In Japan, even daily routines are infused with mindfulness. Washing hands, arranging flowers, pouring tea, each act becomes a small meditation. This same principle fuels their physical resilience. They don't push their bodies, they listen to them. When fatigue whispers, they rest. When energy flows, they move. And this wisdom is at the heart of the exercise that specialists praise. Beyond movement, Japanese elders understand that true strength begins in the kitchen. Their diet is light yet nourishing, rich in vegetables, fish, seaweed, tofu, and fermented foods like miso and natto. These foods heal the gut, reduce inflammation, and keep joints flexible. They provide omega-3s for brain health, antioxidants for cellular repair, and balanced portions to avoid excess weight that burdens the joints. It's not about restriction. It's about respect for the body that carries them through life. The harmony between diet, exercise, and mindset forms a triad of vitality. A Japanese elder once said, "When I move, I thank my legs. When I eat, I thank the earth. When I breathe, I thank life. This attitude transforms aging from a decline into a celebration. Specialists have found that gratitude and calm breathing stimulate the vagus nerve, reducing stress hormones and enhancing recovery. So each slow squat isn't just training muscles, it's training the mind to stay centered, patient, and kind. Let's take this further. Imagine doing this one exercise every morning, for just 10 minutes. You wake up, stretch lightly, and find your balance. You breathe in strength, exhale tension. Your spine straightens, your heart feels lighter. Over time, your legs grow steadier, your posture improves, your steps feel secure again. You start to notice small miracles, climbing stairs without effort, carrying groceries without strain, standing longer without pain. You feel younger, not because you reversed time, but because you reconnected with your own rhythm. Many specialists around the world now endorse these mindful movements. They say walking is excellent for endurance, but it doesn't challenge your balance or strengthen your stabilizing muscles. This Japanese practice does both and more. It reprograms your body's coordination, engaging the brain, the breath, and the nervous system in harmony. It's a full-body conversation, not just a mechanical act. That's why it's better than walking. It makes you alive, not just active. In Japan, you'll often see groups of elders gathering in parks at sunrise, performing these slow, synchronized movements together. Their laughter echoes through the air, their faces glowing with calm vitality. There's no competition, no rush. They move for joy, not performance. That joy keeps their spirits young. That connection to themselves and others keeps their minds sharp. This is the beauty of growing older in a culture that honors presence over pressure. So, as we begin this journey together, I invite you to see aging differently. It's not the end of vitality, it's the rediscovery of it. With one mindful movement, one nourishing meal, one deep breath at a time, you can unlock the same inner strength that has kept Japanese elders thriving for generations. And the best part? You don't need a gym, a trainer, or even perfect health to start. All you need is willingness. The willingness to move gently, breathe deeply, and believe that your body still holds wisdom beyond measure. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into how this single exercise transforms your muscles, joints, and balance, and explore the lifestyle habits that make Japanese seniors some of the healthiest people. As the days pass and you continue with this one simple exercise, something subtle begins to happen. At first, it may seem like nothing more than a light stretch, a way to wake your body in the morning. But with consistency, your muscles begin to respond in ways you hadn't felt for years. Your knees feel supported, your hips loosen, and your back starts to straighten almost naturally. Every controlled movement and every breath trains your nervous system to find balance again. You're teaching your body the language of youth, a language that was never lost, only forgotten. In Japan, elders often describe this process as returning home to the body. They say that the body is like a loyal companion. It never truly leaves you. But it needs attention to remain strong and gentle. When you begin practicing the Shizen Taiso or similar movements, you reawaken the deep, stabilizing muscles that hold your posture upright and protect your joints. Specialists have noted that older adults who perform slow squats, deep breathing, and coordinated arm movements improve proprioception, the body's sense of where it is in space. This means fewer stumbles, quicker reactions, and a renewed confidence when walking or standing. Think about what happens when we lose balance. It's not always the legs that fail first, it's the core and the mind. When we stop trusting our balance, we start moving cautiously, taking smaller steps, avoiding stairs or uneven ground. That fear shrinks our world. But when you strengthen your center, when your hara grows stable, your world expands again. You walk taller, step with assurance, and feel capable of living fully. That's the gift of this Japanese-inspired exercise. It gives back your confidence, inch by inch. In a small village in Okinawa, known as one of the world's blue zones where people live exceptionally long lives, you'll often find groups of elders meeting before sunrise. They gather in a quiet clearing, facing the first light, moving together in graceful unity. They breathe deeply, bend their knees, and rise slowly, moving with a rhythm that mirrors the flow of the wind. Each person carries decades of experience in their bones, yet their movement is filled with childlike vitality. Watching them, you realize that aging gracefully is not about avoiding age, it's about embodying it fully, with gratitude and intention. Specialists studying these communities discovered something remarkable. These elders engage their muscles not through intensity, but through constancy. They move daily, even if only for 10 minutes. The key is never to stop. One researcher noted that Japanese seniors often outperform their Western counterparts in balance and joint flexibility because they maintain small, functional movements throughout their day, squatting to pick vegetables, kneeling to prepare food, sitting cross-legged on the floor. These natural postures, combined with mindful breathing, form an unbroken thread of movement that keeps the body agile. The Shizen Taiso exercise builds upon this principle. It mimics the natural flow of their everyday life, training muscles in real-world harmony. Now let's picture how this exercise works on a deeper level. When you slowly lower yourself into a squat, you're engaging your quadriceps, hamstrings, and gluteal muscles. But beneath those lies a network of stabilizers: the pelvic floor, the lower abdominals, and the muscles along your spine. As you hold the position for a few seconds, your breathing deepens. This activates the diaphragm, massages your internal organs, and stimulates circulation throughout the abdomen. Blood flow increases, oxygen reaches the brain, and a wave of calm energy fills your body. When you rise back up, your heart pumps slightly faster, not with strain, but with renewal. It's a full-body symphony where each note supports the other. Specialists have begun to refer to these kinds of exercises as neuromuscular meditation. They're not only physical, they train your brain to stay alert. The slow tempo builds patience and focus, while the repetitive nature improves memory and coordination. For older adults, this is more than fitness. It's brain health in motion. Studies show that mindful movement reduces the risk of cognitive decline and even helps manage anxiety or mild depression. So every time you bend and breathe, you're also training your mind to remain clear and resilient. Japanese elders often say, "Move with kindness, and the body will follow." This means not forcing your movement but guiding it. The Western tendency is to push, more reps, more speed, more pain. But the Japanese approach is to harmonize. They treat the body like a friend, not an enemy to conquer. That's why so many of their seniors remain active well into their 80s and 90s. They move gently but regularly, respecting their body's messages. When fatigue comes, they rest. When strength returns, they move again. It's this balance that specialists say keeps their joints healthy and their energy flowing naturally. Now imagine pairing this movement with the traditional Japanese diet. Breakfast might include miso soup, steamed rice, grilled fish, and green tea. Simple, nourishing, and rich in essential nutrients. Miso contains probiotics that support digestion and immunity. Fish provides omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and strengthen the heart. Green tea calms the mind and boosts antioxidants that protect cells from aging. Instead of eating to fill the stomach, Japanese elders eat to fuel the soul. They follow the principle of harahachi-bu, which means eating until you're 80% full. This gentle restraint prevents overeating, supports metabolism, and keeps the body light and energized for movement. Specialists also observe that Japanese elders don't see meals as separate from exercise. They see them as part of the same cycle of vitality. Food provides the energy to move. Movement enhances the appetite and improves digestion. This mutual relationship forms a rhythm that sustains them. So, when you practice the Shizen Taiso, think of it not as an isolated exercise, but as a continuation of your daily nourishment. Move before meals to awaken your metabolism. Move after meals to support digestion. This harmony between eating and moving keeps your energy flowing like a calm river. And what about the mind? The mind is the invisible partner in every physical transformation. Japanese elders practice ikigai, the art of having a reason to wake up each morning. For one, it may be tending to a bonsai tree. For another, teaching calligraphy or walking a grandchild to school. This sense of purpose keeps the brain young and the heart engaged. When you move with purpose, the exercise becomes more than physical. It becomes emotional renewal. Specialists emphasize that physical health alone cannot sustain longevity. Meaning and connection are equally vital. Without them, even the strongest body weakens. This is why Japanese seniors often exercise in groups. There's laughter, conversation, and mutual encouragement. They call this kenko no wa, the circle of health. Within this circle, everyone supports one another. Social connection boosts endorphins, improves mood, and strengthens the immune system. If you ever feel lonely in your exercise journey, remember When you start your mornings with this practice, your day transforms. The fatigue that usually lingers fades, replaced by quiet energy. Your thoughts clear, your mood lifts. You begin to crave healthier foods, you sleep better at night, and you wake up refreshed. Specialists call this the spiral of wellness, where one small change creates a chain reaction of positive habits. You move a little, you eat a little better, you sleep more deeply, and your spirit grows lighter. In the next and final part, we'll uncover how this one exercise becomes a lifelong ally, how it shapes not just your body, but your entire outlook on aging, and how Japanese elders use it to stay independent, joyful, and purposeful even into their later years. Remember, you are not too late to begin. Every breath you take with intention is a new beginning, and your journey towards strength and serenity continues with each mindful movement. As your journey with this one exercise deepens, something profound begins to awaken within you. You start to sense that this is no longer just about physical movement, it's about rediscovering the rhythm of life itself. The slow rise and fall of your body, the inhale and exhale of your breath, the calm strength returning to your muscles, it all becomes a meditation in motion. Each repetition is like writing a love letter to your own body saying, I am still here. I still care. I still choose life. In Japan, elders often say that true health comes from seijaku, inner stillness. When you move through this exercise with awareness, you cultivate that stillness. The mind no longer races ahead or lingers in the past. It settles into the present moment, into the gentle cadence of the breath. This awareness alone has the power to transform your experience of aging. Specialists explain that mindfulness not only calms the nervous system, but also sharpens cognitive function, enhances emotional stability, and helps regulate pain perception. So even as your body strengthens, your mind becomes lighter, more peaceful, and more focused. You may notice that your outlook begins to change too. Instead of seeing aging as a slow decline, you start to view it as an unfolding, a deeper season of wisdom, where simplicity becomes strength. Japanese elders embrace this philosophy naturally. They have a word for it, wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection and impermanence. Wrinkles, grey hair, slower steps, these aren't flaws to them. They're marks of a life fully lived, of experiences that have shaped the soul. The Shizen Taiso movement becomes a way to honour that beauty, to keep your body vibrant and your spirit accepting of time's gentle hand. Specialists who study Japanese seniors often notice a remarkable pattern. They don't separate health from happiness. Their days are infused with small rituals of joy, pouring tea, tending a garden, sharing laughter with neighbours. This emotional nourishment, combined with their physical practices, creates resilience. They may face hardships, but their perspective remains optimistic. Science now supports what ancient wisdom has always known. A positive mindset boosts the immune system, lowers inflammation, and even promotes faster recovery from illness. When you pair that mindset with the balance and strength from this one exercise, you create a foundation of vitality that walking alone could never achieve. Let's talk about how this movement supports your independence. For many people over 60, the fear of losing autonomy, needing help to walk, dress, or climb stairs, can be as heavy as the aging process itself. But specialists note that exercises engaging the lower body and core reduce fall risk by up to 40%. This Japanese movement does exactly that, by strengthening the stabilizing muscles of your hips, knees, and ankles while improving balance through slow control. Over time, you may find that getting up from a chair feels effortless, your steps feel secure, and your posture aligns naturally. Independence isn't just physical, it's emotional freedom. The more stable you feel in your body, the more confident you become in your choices, your mobility, and your outlook on life. In small communities across Japan, it's common to see elders performing these exercises in public parks, sometimes accompanied by music or rhythmic counting. There's laughter, gentle encouragement, and the shared sense that everyone is part of something meaningful. The Japanese word tsunagari means connection to others, to nature, to one's own breath. Movement becomes the thread that ties these together. When you move mindfully, you reconnect with life around you, even if you practice alone. Remember that you are part of this global wave of renewal, a growing movement of older adults, reclaiming strength and peace through mindful motion. Specialists who endorse this exercise Emphasize that it's not about perfection or intensity. It's about alignment between body, breath, and awareness. They describe it as a reset for the nervous system. Each slow squat reprograms your posture, retrains your balance, and restores communication between the brain and muscles. That's why many participants report not only better strength, but also improved coordination, steadier gait, and even clearer thinking. The science behind it is fascinating. Slow, controlled movement enhances neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. In essence, you are teaching your body and brain to stay young together. Imagine your mornings months from now. You rise from bed feeling grounded and alert. You breathe in deeply, stretch, and begin your slow, mindful squats. The air feels fresh, your joints feel loose, your mind feels awake. You no longer worry about balance when walking outside or bending to pick something up. You feel light, present, capable. Each day builds upon the last, not as a race against age, but as a partnership with it. That's the essence of this Japanese secret. It's not about defying time, it's about moving in harmony with it. Beyond exercise, this harmony extends to lifestyle. Japanese elders live close to nature. They walk among trees, they touch soil, they listen to streams. Specialists call this practice Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, a simple act of immersing yourself in the calm of nature. It lowers blood pressure, enhances immune function, and soothes the mind. You can bring a piece of this into your own life too. Step outside for a few minutes after your exercise. Feel the sunlight on your skin, the breeze on your face. Let your breath sync with the rhythm of the world around you. This small ritual deepens the healing effect of your practice, and then there's rest. While movement is vital, 10 minutes a day of deliberate, connected movement can outperform hours of scattered effort. This is the wisdom the Japanese have known for generations. Small, mindful steps create lifelong strength. Now let's take a moment to visualize your future. Picture yourself at 70, 80, even 90, moving gracefully, tending to your daily tasks with ease, your mind calm, your heart full. You're not dependent, you're thriving. The years haven't taken your vitality, they've refined it. That's what this exercise offers, not just longevity, but quality of life, a radiant energy that shines from within. Specialists around the world are now studying these traditional Japanese methods and incorporating them into modern rehabilitation and senior fitness programs. They've found that this combination of mindful squatting and breathing improves balance, reduces back pain, strengthens the heart, and even enhances digestion. It's safe for beginners, adaptable for limitations, and effective for all ages. It's not a fad, it's a return to the natural way the human body was meant to move. So, whether you practice in a quiet room, a sunlit garden, or a peaceful park, know that every movement is a message of renewal. You're retraining your body to trust itself again, reigniting your energy, and celebrating the miracle of life that still flows within you. Age doesn't define vitality, attitude does. And this one exercise, this gentle, specialist endorsed motion, is proof that strength, balance, and peace can bloom at any stage of life. As we close this journey together, let's take one final breath. Inhale deeply, feeling the air fill your lungs and awaken every cell. Exhale slowly, releasing tension, fear, and doubt. Place your hands on your thighs, bend slightly as if in gratitude to your body, and rise again with renewed strength. This is more than exercise. It's a daily act of self-respect. Each breath, each movement, each mindful moment is your declaration that life still holds infinite possibilities. The Japanese elders who inspired this practice are living reminders that growing older can be an art of balance, resilience, and grace. They've shown the world that it's not about how many years you live, but how alive you feel in each one. And now, that same wisdom is within your reach. Begin today. Move gently, breathe deeply, live fully. Because after 60, the real journey isn't about slowing down, it's about awakening to everything that still waits for you. You are strong, you are capable, and you are just getting started.